Hello, everyone. Well, we've had some bad news recently. Um, they're talking about nuclear war now in the media and trying to scare the daylights out of us. They want to scare the daylights out of us so that we can't think rationally. They want to keep us in a perpetual state of panic so they can achieve their ends, which is for us to beg to be led to safety. And this is all plotted. This is all planned out. This threat of nuclear war is staged by the elites. The elites in this country have staged this attack on Ukraine. It is a real attack on Ukraine, but they did it on purpose so that the elites could scare us with the threat of nuclear war. Now, I'm not about to be frightened by the elites. If they're plotting a nuclear war, I'm ready. I'm ready to survive a nuclear war, and I'm ready to ride out the elites and not be affected by them, and not be scared by them, and not be cowed by them, threatening nuclear war and scaring us out of our wits with the threat of nuclear war. I'm not about to give in or back down. I'm not about to be scared into submission by the elites that are threatening us with nuclear war. It's all over the media now. They're saying, because of this invasion of Ukraine, there could be a nuclear war because Putin, the little mad tyrant, Putin thinks that sanctions against his country are the equivalent of a declaration of war. And he said it just to scare people. And he's a servant of the elites. He's a servant of the elites, and so is Biden. Biden serves the elites. And their goal is to make the people in this country terrified of the possibility of a nuclear war. That's their job. And the media follows suit. They're the servants of the elites too, the media. The media has been trying to scare us with the threat of nuclear war as well. So, and doesn't Putin remind you of Smeagol? I know they attacked the PM of Britain with Smeagol pretending to be her and using Smeagol's voice to make people laugh at the PM of Britain, and that because she wanted Brexit, and these elites were opposed to Brexit, and they thought of a way to make people laugh at the PM, but the people of Britain really wanted Brexit, and they voted for it. They really wanted Brexit, and they voted for it, and they got it. So the elites, as usual, are out of touch with their Smeagol impressions. But Putin really reminds me of Smeagol. He makes this face, and he looks so much like Smeagol. It's kind of frightening how much he reminds me of Smeagol. And also listen to Smeagol's song. Look up Smeagol's song online. Smeagol's song, he says, "No loyal friend was ever there for me. We say goodbye. We say you didn't try." Doesn't that sound like Putin? Doesn't that sound like Putin? He's saying goodbye to the West because he's going to blow them up, and then he says you didn't try to meet my demands, and he doesn't have any loyal friends. So Putin sounds like the Smeagol song, and he makes faces like Smeagol too. He looks like Smeagol. So We've put Smeagol in charge of the nuclear codes of Russia, and um, it isn't looking good. It doesn't look good at all to put Smeagol in charge. Um, that's with the elites. The elites want us to be afraid of a nuclear war. They want to hound us and threaten us and scare us with the threat of a nuclear war, and they're willing to make war in Ukraine to drive home their point that we could be in a nuclear war. Because we're seeing Ukraine being bombed and shelled, and civilians, even little children, getting bombed. And this is one of the worst things the elites have ever done. I'm telling you now, the elites are evil. They're evil. They're evil, evil people. And they do anything. They do anything to gain power, to exercise their power over us. But we refuse to be cowed. We refuse to be scared. We refuse to give in to the elites. We're resistant to them. In the news also, the truckers. The truckers, yeah. The truckers have arrived in D.C. And they met with Senator Ted Cruz and Ron Johnson. Senators talked to the truckers, and they said that they concede that there's been rollbacks recently of the mask mandates and the vaccine mandates in certain places. And they chalk that up to their protest, that the elites were scared themselves by the truckers and fluttered by rolled back the vaccine and the mask mandates because of the truckers. So it shows the elites aren't really that tough. They can give in at the poof of a feather. A poof of a feather they can give up, because when we organize and when we show our strength and we show a show of strength, the elites back down and get scared and they back down. But you know what's interesting is that they ever had mask mandates at all. If they were going to end mask mandates, why did they ever have mask mandates at all? Well, they say, oh, it's because of the rate of COVID. But aren't the elites also controlling what we know about COVID? Aren't they controlling the numbers that we see on the TV screen every day and saying, oh, it's trending up, oh, it's going down, oh, it's trending up, oh, it's going down? The elites are in control of that information. So how can we really trust and know that they're telling us the truth about the state of COVID? Interesting point, huh? You can't. You don't know. You just don't know. You don't know if it's the truth or not, or what's happening with COVID. We don't know. And but they tell us that we should know, that what they're saying is accurate, but we don't know. And so the mask mandates are going away. The vaccine mandates are going away. And they're going away everywhere. And it just goes to show you that the elites never really cared about saving human lives in the first place. They didn't care about saving our lives to have these mask mandates and vaccine mandates. They just wanted to see if we would obey and behave. There was a test of our loyalty to them and our resolve. They wanted to see how far they could push us and how much they could scare us. So that's it as far as mask mandates and vaccine mandates goes. Um, was a test to see how loyal we would be, and whether we were willing to cover up our faces like a burqa all over anywhere time we were out in public. Was kind of like a Muslim woman doesn't allow strangers to see her face, covers up her face. But then they wanted men to do it too. And they wanted to cow us once again. And now they're showing that they don't really care about human lives because they've taken the mask mandates and the vaccine mandates away. Shows they never really cared in the first place. They just want to exercise control wherever they can and see how far they can push us. See if they can push us over the edge or push a hot button. They knew that it would drive people crazy. They knew it would drive people crazy and there would be an increase in shootings, an increase in violence, and an increase in death. And it titillates them. That gives them a thrill, increasing the death rate. But there's too many of us for them to kill unless they start a nuclear war. So now they're threatening us with the threat of nuclear war, so that they can cow us some more and scare us some more and control us some more. And the supermarket shelves are beginning to look pretty bare. It's hard to find your favorite food at the grocery store now because the shelves are bare. And the reason the shelves are bare is because, you guessed it, not enough truckers because of COVID. There aren't enough truckers. They insist that truckers have a clean bill of health and that they be free of COVID before they can make a delivery. And so they have to get tested, and they have to wear masks, and they have to, and if they're not tested, they have to be vaccinated. So that has caused a delay in the pipeline of food to the grocery stores. It's caused delays. It's caused expenses to go up for food. The food expenses are going up and up and up. And the cost of gas is going up and up and up. And make no mistake, the cost of gas going up isn't just because of Russia. It's because of Biden's policies. Yeah, the cost of gas going up is because of Biden's policies. He took us all away from energy independence. He ended the Keystone Pipeline and took away our energy independence and producing our own gas. And now we're dependent on foreign actors like Russia. They even did a filibuster recently in Congress, a filibuster, so that we would. Why did they use a filibuster? It was Democrats using the filibuster, which they called a relic of Jim Crow. They called the filibuster a relic of Jim Crow, but the Democrats used this relic of Jim Crow, this filibuster. Why? What was it? Oh, yes, it was to increase the reliance on Russian oil. Not decrease the reliance on Russian oil, to increase the reliance on Russian oil, to give more of our oil business to Russia. And that was very recently, before Russia did this. Before Russia did this thing with the Ukraine. So they were getting a lot of money from us for oil right before they declared war on Ukraine. They had a nest egg saved up so they could survive out of the sanctions. And it was their Democratic buddies in Congress that helped them get that nest egg of money. to survive the sanctions. When you pay attention to what's happening, it just makes you sick. And I'm thinking of voting straight Republican next time I vote, just Republican across the board, because I'm so sick of what the Democrats have done. And another thing is that Trump had said, he went in front of a crowd of people. He was talking about Russia, and he said that he would bomb the hell out of them. That he would bomb the hell out of Russia. Wasn't that saying that he's going to start a nuclear war? We need cooler heads than Trump in office right now, because there is a real threat of a nuclear war. And if Trump carpet bombs Russia, they're going to carpet bomb us right back. We can't trust Trump. With the things that he says, we can't trust him. We can't trust him. Yeah, he did make friends with Putin for a while and kept Putin under wraps. But now he's threatening to bomb Russia. And that's not safe. That's not safe at all. So Trump is the only Republican that I would oppose because of him saying that he would bomb the hell out of Russia. I don't trust him. I don't trust him. So that's it. It's not it. There's one other thing. Today is your first day of purification. So if you observe purification, today is the first day of purification. All I ask for purification, all I'm asking now for purification is that you give up grains and other pasty foods. Like sometimes mashed potatoes can be pasty, sort of, but pasty foods like starches and grains. And eat meat after sunset, not during the day, but after sunset you can eat meat, but not during the day. So during the day you want soup, salad, smoothies, vegetables. Dairy is fine. You can have dairy during the day. We want smoothies, salads, and soups that are grain-free. And what is the purpose of this purification diet? Well, the purpose is to make you go. Literally, make you go to the bathroom so that you can clean out your gut. The gut needs cleaning out at least once a year, okay? That's why people get colon cancer, because they don't clean their gut. So purification is very important, and it's to prepare us for the maiden goddess. The maiden goddess, we want to pray to her during the purification, pray to the maiden goddess, and prepare ourselves to greet the maiden. The clean body, there's a clean heart. With a clean heart, there's a clean soul. Clean soul, there's a clean spirit. So the purification is on all levels. It all starts with what you put in your mouth. So eat your smoothies and your soups and your salads, and get rid of grains, because that's what constipates you. Grains are very constipating. And you can have meat in moderation after sunset. That'll be the main meal of the day, is after sunset. So I wish you a happy purification. Keep your eyes on the truckers. See what they are able to accomplish in Washington. And don't be afraid of the elites. Don't let them cow you or cause you to panic and scare you with the threat of nuclear war. And I'll see you next time.